Do you love ice cream? What if it was so healthy you could eat it anytime, even for breakfast? Well, now you can with Nanas. You make your own treats that look and taste just like soft serve ice cream. But Nanas are made only with frozen fruit. Nanas is stoked to sponsor Dish with Eileen.
Who would ever think of eating cold soup? I would, and so do millions of Spaniards who love gazpacho, especially on a hot summer day. Gazpacho is a cold soup you can make from a rainbow of fresh ingredients. A Spanish-style soup that resembles a chunky liquid salad made from fresh vegetables is served cold and perfect for a summertime meal with tomatoes overflowing in your garden. A fun twist on a classic gazpacho is the addition of pineapple. The first time I tried this soup, it was in a restaurant. I ordered it because it seemed so exotic and different. It was cold, it had all these different flavors going on in it. And it took me many years before I attempted to make it at home because I thought it was going to be so complicated. But then I realized it's so simple. And all we're going to do is add some really wonderful fresh ingredients to a food processor and then add some other wonderful juice to it. And that's it. It's that simple. So I'm going to start with just some red tomatoes. Vine ripened, wonderful tomatoes when they're in season. Delicious. Then I'm going to add some red bell pepper. So we've got some beautiful red color in here. To that, I'm going to add some yellow bell pepper. I could have made it all red bell pepper, all yellow bell pepper. I wanted to mix it up. I like to eat that rainbow color of foods. I'm trying to count as many colors in a day as possible. To that, I'm going to also add a little bit of onion. So I have about 1/4 of an onion, and so this gives it a little bit of flavor, not too much. We're going to add just a little sliver of garlic as well. And then another wonderful ingredient that adds more color is this green Persian cucumber. These are those smaller cucumbers. They have a really thin skin. I like using this because I get to keep the skin on it because there's so many great nutrients in the skin of fruits and vegetables, and so it won't be bitter. So I'm going to add the Persian cucumber to this. And then I'm going to add the last kind of traditional ingredient in a traditional Spanish gazpacho, and that's going to be some fresh parsley. So we're going to add that to this, and a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And as I said, this is really, really simple. This is great. I could start this right now, and I'm going to make you a traditional gazpacho. But I love the tropics, the flavor of the tropics too. And so I like to add a few more things that I think are a little fun twist on a traditional gazpacho. So another great bright color, yellow. I'm going to add one of my favorite fruits, and that's going to be pineapple. And then to that, I'm also going to add some cilantro, so that way what we have is an herb that's also from the tropics as well. So this is a little twist on that traditional gazpacho. Simple, simple, simple. You just saw it. All we did was add it to the food processor, and all we're going to do is turn it on and blend it, and then we're just going to mix this in a bowl with a couple of different juices. All right, now that we have all of our fruits and vegetables blended together in the food processor, we're just going to add this to a bowl with a few additional ingredients. I can already smell the pepper, that bell pepper, and the pineapple. So this is going to be fantastic. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and pour that into a bowl. And then to that, just a few additional ingredients. Now, this is going to be delicious eaten right away, but one thing I do love about gazpacho is that if you leave it overnight, like the next day, it tastes delicious. To our mixed vegetables, we're going to add some tomato juice. Now, this is an organic tomato juice. Sometimes, you know, I really want to pay attention to what fruits and vegetables are organic or not organic if I can. In addition to that organic tomato juice, I'm going to add some pineapple juice. Just like we added the fresh pineapple when we blended it in the food processor, I want to add some pineapple juice as well. Remember, we're making a pineapple gazpacho. We're playing on a traditional gazpacho here, so we're just adding that in here. And again, just blend it together with a whisk. Look how simple this is. And a few additional ingredients. So Spanish paprika. This is something I'm going to add in here as well. And this is going to just give a little bit of a smoky flavor. It's a really light flavor, paprika, so we're just going to add some in here. It's going to add some color. It's going to add a little additional flavor. And again, just take your whisk, blend that spice in there, and look at the way that color changes. It's just so rich and beautiful. I talk about it all the time. You want to eat colorful foods, or as many colorful foods in a day as you possibly can. And we're definitely getting it here in this gazpacho. Essentially, this is a liquid salad. I mean, this is how simple it is. It's not as exotic and I think intimidating as I once thought it was. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of acid, and that's going to be my balsamic vinegar. And then the last little bit, just to sort of pull it all together, is going to be a tiny bit of olive oil. So we're just going to add some olive oil in here, and you'll see it just sort of come together. And like I said, it's kind of funny that we call it a liquid salad because we're actually adding a little olive oil to this soup. So there you have it. This is your delicious, fresh, fun twist on a traditional gazpacho that I like to call pineapple gazpacho. To chew on more information and complete recipes, visit dishwitheileen.com.